Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm ACated and this is Minecraft. In today's video, I'm going to be building a train station, which is just over here. So it'll be an American train station, specifically inspired by like 19th century, early 20th century train stations. I think it'll be fun to do, and I've been wanting to build this for a little bit, so we're gonna do that. And also, if you haven't seen, I've started a new series on my channel, which is a sort of like a 19th century Minecraft world. And I started with my first build, and this is not going to be in that world right now, although I might make it in that world in the future, like move it over there just because it might fit. But for now, it's going to be in here. But if you haven't already, go ahead and check that out. I think it'll be fun, a fun start to a new project. And in our last video, in this Minecraft world, I built this fun medieval tavern here. I'm quite proud of this build. We go inside here, we see we have the little tavern stuff, all this cool stuff in here, and we have this little back kitchen area. Oh, and then back here there's also the little stables. I think it's quite fun. And then I guess we can also go upstairs, why not? We head upstairs, we have this cool little lobby area, and then some rooms, because it is a tavern and an inn. I guess it's more like an inn, because I feel like inns do have food options available usually in the medieval era, but I don't know, it's like a tavern and an inn combo, although I guess it would just be an inn. I think in terms of marketing, I think tavern and inn sounds better, because just an inn makes it sound like it's like a hotel, and it's like, that's a little more boring than a tavern. But anyways, I think this is cool. I really like how this build turned out. It's like one of my favorite builds on this world. And I'm going to do more medieval builds, but not right now. Right now we're going to do some more 19th century style builds. I don't know what these are. Over here they might be more like 19th century, 20th century, just around that era. So I guess this is kind of continuing off of that, although I think this is more specific. Regardless, I think we could get started now. Alright, so I think we're going to start out with this platform here. It's, I think, about 24 blocks across. We'll see if that works for now, and we can always move it and expand it if I feel that we need to. I'm also going to try to expand this out a tiny bit since it's a little uneven. So let's just do that really fast. And on top of this, I'm thinking that we have our building here. I was debating whether or not I should do a smaller train station or a bigger train station. I'm thinking we do a little bit of like a medium, closer to small train station, just because it's probably easier to build. And then also, it's just like that fun little charming train station atmosphere. It's kind of a small train station. Otherwise, it would be like this big stone brick like structure, and not only would that take longer, I think it's not even, it's just not necessary. We can build that later, of course, probably in my series, but for now, we're just going to build this slightly more medium-sized train station. And also, I forgot to mention, we are using vanilla, of course, and also create. I'm not planning to use Farmer's Delight, but if we do end up using it, I will update that. But for now, we're using create, of course, because trains, obviously. So I will be adding a train back here, probably going to build a train as well. That'll be fun. I hope that the train looks good. But for now, I think this will be good. Okay, we're going to start with this kind of outline. I'm thinking we use mangrove wood. I might switch to using bricks if I feel that I want to, but I think for now mangrove is good. We're also going to extend this out a tiny bit. Not entirely sure I want to do this. I did do a little bit of a practice run, I guess, in a superflat world, or I guess a different one. But this is kind of me winging it since I didn't really do a lot of it. Yeah, so I think this is good. I want to add some windows here. Maybe I'll use the oak windows. They're fun. Maybe I'll use the oak windows there. And then I'm also thinking of using, for a door, I want to use the copper door, because I think it'd be a nice, fun contrast. Although, for that, I might use the weathered one instead. I think that'll be a good contrast. I think this is looking interesting. I like the color contrast. And I also want to add some pillars here. We'll just start out like this. Maybe you'll space them 2 blocks apart then. Hopefully that lines up. Perfect. Alright, that's good. That's great. And I guess we'll go up a little bit more. And then we can also do the gates here. As decoration. Cool. And then I think we should also do that there as well. And because this is a little entrance area, it doesn't necessarily need to be the same width as everything. So it can be a little bit wider. That's okay. We can do something like this. Cool. And also, I'm thinking we add some fences here, just because it makes sense. If not, we can always move it, but I think this makes sense as it is. Alright, looking cool. And perhaps I do something like this, make it a double window. I want to have this be a little wider. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess we'll see how that goes. I think this is looking pretty good. I'm usually not very confident in my builds. I usually think that it's going very poorly until it's done, but I think this is going pretty good so far. For the roof, I'm thinking either tough or deep slate tile. And I suppose we can just take a look and kind of trial them, see which one I like better. And I think the deep slate tile could work. I just think it's a little dark. But then again, it might just be fine. That's pretty good. How does the tough look? I can already tell. I think it might be a little too light, actually. Actually, I don't know. They both look pretty good. Maybe something in the middle, though. Because I know this is slightly lighter than deep slate tile. And we also have the create blocks, of course, so maybe I'll give them a try. I do kind of like this, but I kind of like this deep slate tile. I like the texture here because it feels like a roof. Feels like shingles. Let me see, shingles? No, just copper. Let's try... I want to see how the other ones look. Maybe if we go to the create blocks, maybe those will look more interesting. So we might do this brick slab. Maybe this one. We can try out this one. Why not? Let's see. I don't like this brown one very much. Let's try this. That is way too light, actually. I think we will just go with the tiles. I think that'll be the right decision to make. And I also want to add some fun little features here. So right here will be like a little roof pitch thing. So I can go ahead and try and do that. Alright, so I'm going to try something like this. We're going to do a little roof here. And it's going to stick out a little bit like that. I'm not sure if I should have it a little bit back, though. This is how it is right now. That could look interesting. It also depends on whether or not I want it to be hollow underneath, or if it's just going to be normal, maybe like mangrove or something. I think we will keep it like this, just because if we have it back more, then this roof will go in front of it, and you won't really see it. So I think it's just fine like this. Let's see how it looks if I just put some blocks behind it. That Could look interesting. Okay, I think that could work. The only thing is making sure it connects down here. So maybe we do something like this, and perhaps maybe a gate here. That feels kind of too much. Too much. Maybe just trapdoors. Trapdoors up here as well, maybe. No, because then it doesn't go over there. Maybe signs. Maybe a sign. I haven't. Let's try the hanging signs. I don't use them much. They might be good for something. Not like that though. Like this. This. Just hanging on the side there. That's a very interesting pattern. Not really filling it right there, but I wonder if it'll look good here. Let's get rid of all this as well. I wonder if it'll look good here. Entirely sure about that. Perhaps we'll just let it wait. Or that could work, maybe. No, it's fine. We'll just let it wait. I think for this though, I might add a shelf just for the sake of texture, to make things look different. Maybe up here as well. No, that's fine. Actually, no. I'm being too fussy. This is too much. Like it does not need that much. It is not that deep. There we go. That's fine. I think actually what I want to do here is maybe extend this out a tiny bit. Okay. Maybe extend this out a tiny bit. Maybe a little bit more. Or that's actually fine. I want to extend this out a little bit just because I think it would be cool if maybe... Yeah, it needs to go out one more. If it goes like this. And that. It'll go like that. And you can just like step up into the train station, but you can also walk in through the side hallway. We will have like a door right here. So it's kind of like covered. And of course, move this forward by one. What do I do here? This, that. Okay. Something like that. Yeah, put a window there as well. And maybe here. Put a trapdoor, and then also I think we could have this on the inside more. Have this on the inside more. Just give it some more depth, and I think that looks a bit better. Even better yet, we could even have this be entirely on the inside. And then inside. And that way we can add some shape here. So perhaps we can do something like this, and then add shelves. Now that feels a little too whimsical. We don't need that much whimsy. Like that. I don't know. Maybe we do just have the shelves here. I don't know, that feels kind of unnecessary. However, I do think it would be beneficial to have something here in the corner, maybe. Although I'm not sure what exactly. Unless we use the copycat thing. I always feel weird about using this, but I feel like it's not that bad. Maybe a gate's the vibe. I think a gate's the vibe. I think that's perfectly fine. I think it'll look better once we have the tower here, so I think I will go ahead and start on that. I'm thinking we could start here, like this. We have this tower here. I'm not sure about the size. I feel like I could change the size up a little bit, but I feel like it feels suitable. Maybe it's a little, maybe it should be a little bigger, just like a tiny bit. And actually, I have the idea of maybe doing something like this, giving it depth a little. Although I'm not entirely sure about that. We can do something like that instead. Not sure if we need a clock. Also, that might be kind of hard to do. So maybe we don't do a clock, but maybe we just do like a window or something. Something a little easier to pull off. Yeah, maybe just a window, because I feel like a clock would be kind of hard to pull off. And we could do it on this side too. Windows here. And honestly, I think I'll just copy this over, so I'll just do that really fast. All right, I copied it over. This side over here is completely copied, and then these sides, since the roof's gonna like clip into them, I didn't really put as much detail into them. And then also, I thought from the front it looked a little busy, so I got rid of the side ones as well. I'm sure it's fine. It's not like too big of a deal if they're not symmetrical, so it's fine. I think it's perfectly fine here. But regardless of that, I'm going to build the roof here now, so I will go do that. Okay, so I don't know how to feel about this. I feel like this looks kind of weird, and I don't really like it that much. So I don't know what to do about that. Let's see, I'll try to fix it a little bit. It looks like it's just too much going on. I don't really like that. Yeah, I think this is like, I think it's when it's simpler, it's better, because before it was just kind of too much going on. I feel like now it's a bit less going on, and I think that's probably a good thing. Maybe the bottom though could be the shelf, and on the other side as well we can do the shelf. All right, good. Now for the roof for this here, I think a simple point would be just perfectly fine. Not sure if that's the best way to go about it. Maybe I use this instead. Now it feels too tall. Just there's no good middle ground. It's just always not tall enough, or it's way too tall. Why we need sideways slabs? I kept thinking like, oh, we don't need sideways slabs. That's fine. We're good. No, we do. I think it would be great. At least now I do. I think this is the best it's gonna get, so I'm just gonna keep it like this. Maybe like that. Yeah, I think this is the best it's gonna get, so we're just gonna keep it like that. I was thinking about having like a flag up here, but I don't think there's any room for that, so maybe we don't do that. The thing I can think of though is that maybe we have an armor stand here. The reason I say that is just because if we have an armor stand, we can put like a head there and have it sort of be like in the middle. Okay, I did all that work and I don't think it really made a difference, but that's okay. So here it is right here. It's looking kind of cool. And I'm not sure if it really made that much of a difference, but whatever. I think it looks interesting. But regardless, that's there now. And let's keep going with the rest of the build. Alright, so I finished up some of the exterior. The roof is not entirely done yet, but this all is pretty much okay, at least okay to move on from. And basically I just did like a whole wraparound porch kind of thing. And I added some stairs here, so I added some stairs on either side, just so then you can walk up here. It's accessible from multiple places. And the back here will not have any fences because this is where you're supposed to step onto your train. So I might as well just place the tracks here right now. So the tracks will be probably like right here, and we'll just go all the way across. So yeah, so this is where you just go step on your train once the train comes. And I will also change the ground, of course, because that's not very suitable to this kind of place. But yeah, it'll be right here. It'll be fun, and then you step onto your train, or I guess when the train arrives, you step off the train right here onto this platform, and then you can head inside and do your thing. Speaking of inside, we will do the inside in a second, but for now, right now, I think we're going to work on finishing up the roof. So I'm thinking we do something similar to the front, where we have this kind of roof piece sticking out. So I think we could do something similar here. I'm thinking also, since this roof kind of extends out a little bit more, it could probably be a little bit more hidden. So we can maybe have something back here, something like that. Okay, I think this works out pretty good. I kind of like how this looks. Let's extend it out back here, but hopefully this isn't cut too much into here. Okay, that's fine. I was worried that it would cut a little too much into it and then it would kind of ruin the effect, but I think this is perfectly fine. I think that looks fairly good. Now it's making you question the front, because the front feels kind of small. Then again, though, I don't think it's too bad, so it's fine. Let's go under here, just see how this all looks. Oh, that could work. Trapdoors for this here. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Maybe just extend this back here. But I think the rest of the roof looks pretty good. So if we just look around here, I like how the spruce trapdoors kind of give it a rustic feel. Feels pretty cool. And I think we should also add some lighting under here before we move on to the interior. So I will do that really fast. All right, added some lighting, and I think it looks pretty good. I wanted to add more lanterns, but I couldn't really find good places to put them. So right here is fine. Torches are good too. They feel rustic as well. And then of course, I think before we should move on to the interior, I'm going to change all this up here. I'm going to make this probably grass. I think grass should be pretty good of a material for the floor. And then over here, I'm thinking we do more of like a gravel or something to go underneath the train tracks. And we should also extend this out a tiny bit. All right, I think this is good. I also wonder if I should do 2 train tracks, although I don't feel like doing that, so we're not going to, but maybe just imagine there are 2 train tracks. Otherwise it's fine. Maybe I should do dirt though, at least for some of it. Because I feel like that could make sense. Especially because I feel like this is like a small town station. Like this isn't like a big city station, it's a small town station. Probably like a frontier town or whatever, like Wild West feeling. All right, I've done some landscaping. I made it kind of dry and add some dirt around, but also I added some more green things as well as some foliage up here because I'm thinking maybe they did some landscaping around the train station. Maybe we'll do a little bit here, just like a tiny little bit of landscaping right here. And some bushes here as well. I'm gonna move this actually because place a bush there, and I'll also place a bush. Replace a bush over here. Well, good. So under here, I'll put some packed mud. Yeah, so I just mixed up some coarse dirt and packed mud. I think that's suitable. I'm actually thinking though that I do something really fancy and I turn this into a different biome. So I don't think I've not done this yet so far in any of these other builds, but I think now is a good time to do that. So I'm going to make this into a different biome, and I will see you when that is done. All right, so I have changed the biome. It is now a savanna biome, and I think that's a little bit more fitting for this. I like the leaf colors. I think they look pretty good, and they kind of complement the train station a little bit more, make it feel a little bit more Western. I'm debating whether or not I want this to be a bit more green, so I might use either azaleas or birch. Let's see. Feels a little too much. Birch feels fine. For birch could work, but I'm not entirely sure if that's what I want to do, so we're just going to keep it as this. I think we'll keep it as this for now, and now we will do the interior. Alright, for the interior, I've done this kind of thing. So we're going to have like a little ticket counter somewhere where you can get your tickets and stuff, and then also some seats and stuff so you can wait around for your train to come. We'll also add some lighting in here, of course, so I will add some lighting. And I'm not sure where the ticket counter shall be. Somewhere around here, obviously, but entirely sure where. I'm going to do that a little bit because that's more fun. So, but yeah, so the ticket counter, I'm thinking maybe it could be on either side. I'm thinking this side for some reason. And we can have it like this, something like that. And a little trap door. And I want it to be kind of like a ticket thing that you would see normally in a place like this. Okay, so we can add the ticket counter right here. Thinking we use bars or something. Either that or glass panes. Maybe just glass is fine. It also means that we don't need this here, and then we can also do something like this. And since this is like a back ticket area, this will of course probably just be like the employees' entrances. We'll have maybe thinking some barrels or something just for storage, and maybe some chests as well. Because this could also kind of be like mail, since the train would bring mail as well. And we can also have a chair here just for the person who's selling the tickets and dealing with all the customers. Kind of a weird chair though. That looks good. I think this room's pretty good. I'm also going to add a little flower pot here because why not? And I think this is good. We'll go to the lounge and stuff. So I'll have some seating here. Be pretty simple seating. Let's do like a bench here. We'll use a sign as well. And some seating here as well. Kind of just do this. And another bench is here. Okay, I think it's good. Anything else? Maybe a carpet. And I also want to add some plants and decorations, so we'll do that. Get a dead bush, and I'm thinking inside we'll use birch. I can use mangrove. Mangrove's kind of dry, but to be honest, it doesn't feel like it fits. Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe we'll just have a little table here. So I will put down just scaffolding because it's easier. And inside we can put maybe an azalea. If that's good enough. In an item frame as well, we could also put a clock, just so we can have a clock. Where should we put it? Maybe like up here would be good. That's so small. We're not doing that. Okay, I think, yeah, we can interrupt that. Little harmony for that. I think that's fine. And we can also have another pot here as well. And we can put maybe a different plant in here. Birch. I don't like birch. Maybe spruce. Looks cool. Also, I want to just get rid of that. I want to make it a little bit more balanced, so we can have something else here. Maybe a flower this time. Maybe a daisy. Let's do a daisy. I think that's cool. All right, so this is the interior. It was pretty simple because it's kind of a small interior. Maybe I'll do this right here. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, it is a very small interior, but it's not too big of a build. It was mostly the exterior that took a lot of time. I'm kind of surprised though that this is probably going to be like a few minutes of the actual video and the exterior will be so long. But I like this. I think this looks good. I think we'll move on to the outside where I'm going to make a train. Alright, so for the train, we're going to use creates trains. I'm going to place a train station here, and I'll place this train station somewhere nearby. Let's place it. I want it. Maybe we'll place it here. Okay. I actually, we can replace this chest and place it there. So do this and place it right here. And we can create the train. And let's see, how big should this train be? It won't be too big, because I think that I don't want this video to be too long, but it'll be pretty good size. Probably the copycat panels though. I think for the train, I will let myself use these. Just because I feel like trains are such a special thing. I'm thinking we use some sort of metal. I've made a train before, I think it was red in color, but I want to make a more like a black train. I think that might be fun. On the side though, I'm thinking, what do they have for in create? What is in their building blocks? Of industrial iron, that could be interesting. Any other cool blocks? I think industrial iron is pretty good, so let's make a train out of that maybe. And perhaps we just have some accents. It probably isn't gonna be like the best looking train, but I'm gonna try to make it look as good as I can. Also, I realized that this is not going to be the front of the train, so I might have to move this a little bit. So this is a train car. It looks fine, I guess. Fine. It doesn't look that bad, but it doesn't look amazing either. We'll also have some glass here, so I'll do the trapdoor, the glass trapdoor here. And just for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to do that. Okay, that's what it looks like so far. I'm not entirely happy with it, but it's not horrible, so it's fine. Added a little ladder here so then you can kind of climb on here, get in. I know that it's probably a little bit too raised, because it's over the raised, it's over this little platform, which is where you're supposed to step on, but I think it's fine. It's just a Minecraft build, it's not like super complicated. Yeah, alright, and then I will move on to the rest of the train. Alright, I have finished the train. If we didn't see, but I had a lot of trouble with this, and I almost corrupted this world just because of this train. So that's fun. That's great. I love that. But anyways, it's done now. It's not corrupted. I did have to delete a chunk, so this all I had to rebuild, but it's okay. I don't know if it looks too different from it did before, but I don't really care that much, so it's fine. And nope, just need to fill this in down here. Alright. But yeah, this is the train now. I hope it looks good. On the inside here, we have the conductor's little area. Maybe I should add some torches though. Probably good enough. Oh, we have the conductor's area. You sit down, you do your little train thing, and then you leave. And back here, I'll go like this. We have the passenger area, and then also I did, in fact, change this up a little bit, so then the decorations are a bit different. So before, I think this was a full block, so I changed it to a slab, and up here I changed these to shelves because they're more fun. Although I changed this here actually, like that. But yeah, they're more fun. I think it's cool. I believe when the train turns on, these will connect, so I don't have to worry about them being disconnected. I think first we do have to glue it though, so I will glue it and be right back. Alright, it should be all glued up now. I hope I didn't miss anything. Also, I don't think I showed this off, but this is the front of the train. I tried my best at making something that kind of looks like a train, like an old-timey, Old West train. Of course, I'm not using like the train add-on for Create, but I did try my best. I think it looks pretty good. I guess you tell me if you think it looks good. I think though, for some of the wheels, I might go in and change it. Is it the wrench that does that? Yeah, okay. Might go in and change it a little bit. I feel like the front wheels should be the small ones, and then the back one should be the big one. I think it looks a little off, but I'm not going to change it because I don't want to. So we're just going to keep it like that. I think it's decent enough for now. And I think we will see if it works. Alright, I think it might have worked. Let's check. I think it did. I think it worked. That's so cool. You know, I might have this so that the train can just like go around this area because it's kind of fun. But for now, it'll just be right here. And I think that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Yeah, so that's the train. Perfect. We have a perfectly working train, and we have our train station. And I'm pretty happy with how this turns out. How this is turning out. I don't know. Are we done? I think we might be done. Yeah, I think we're done. I think though the finishing touch will be flags because this is a Western American train station, so I might want to add just a little thing to remind us of that. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I wasn't sure where to place them exactly, but I think right here is fine where they are. It's not like super amazing placement, but I feel like it was kind of awkward every other place. I was thinking more of like those sort of those other sort of ribbons, and I'm not sure what they're called, but they're basically like those little semicircles that you put down. I was thinking something more like that, but we don't really have those in Minecraft, and I wasn't sure how to do that in a banner form, so we're just doing this. But I think it turned out pretty good. And I think that's pretty much the entire station done. Let's do a quick little walkthrough. So we have the front. Let's get rid of that. Put this in here. We have the front of the station, which is rather neat. I feel like this looks a lot more autumn than summer to me, but whatever, that's fine. We walk inside, and we have these little doors here for the little porch area. And we walk inside, we can grab our tickets here from the ticket person, and they have little boxes and crates and stuff in the back. And then over here we can sit down and wait for a train to come and enjoy the scenery of this little lobby. And when your train is come, you can come outside and you can go and board the train. So you can come inside, get on the train, take a seat, and see, there's the cable. Might be concerned about that. I don't know, it's fine. You have the cable, you can walk across. You have to be quick about it. Yeah, you have the conductor, and they say we're ready to go, and then we head off. You can't really head off because there's no track, but we can pretend. Alright. I like the trains. I think I should work more with some trains and more create stuff, because that's fun. I'm not an expert in create stuff though, so don't expect me to be like, oh, I'm gonna make a giant factory with a bunch of machines and mechanisms and all that stuff. Might just do more simple machines or simple fun little gadgets like this train here. But I think it's fun, and I think this is the train station basically done. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to all those fun YouTube things. I'll be posting again soon, hopefully Minecraft stuff, but I will be posting other stuff again soon as well. And again, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and please stay for the montage. Alright, goodbye!